Yo, it's Dom here. I have another video. Wanted to talk about my first week in the GNI course I've started taking. It's a 6 month long course designed to help me bring my idea to life in the form of a graphic novel. Let's get into it. That's the wrong button. How do I do this? What is GNI? Well, it stands for Graphic Novel Intensive. So it's a 6 month long course, like I was saying, with SAW. And SAW is the Sequential Artist Workshop. It's an online network that sells courses to be able to help people begin their graphic novel. It's got a lot of great people in there. I'm not being sponsored or promote. I'm not, being paid to promote them in any way. But I think they're really, really great, and I've already taken their beginner course, and man, have they helped me out a lot. And I'm going to show you guys just how much they've helped me. And what I really want to do with this video here is just kind of document for my future self, how far I've come and where I started, because this is June 5th today, the end of the first week of the intensive course, and it's going to end in November. So I'm hoping for a few different things. I'm hoping that by then I'll be thinking a little more seriously about printing the Astralands, and I'm hoping that I can look back on this and see how far I've come and how many pages I've completed. Okay, so this was a long time ago, like 3 or 4 years ago. This is kind of where I started doing uh, comic book work. As you can see, it's pretty crude in my opinion. It's just a lot of sketch art, and I really didn't have any idea at all of what I was doing. I did a lot of traditional analog artwork for the comic book, but then over here on the right, as soon as I bought myself an iPad, um, I began to try and work on comic books again, but I really had no idea what I was doing, and I never really finished these early versions of the Astrolands. You can even see Sar's design is pretty different in these, dating back years ago. So this is kind of where I started, and I was able to dig up a lot of these. This was about 3 months ago, so this is when I started taking the beginner's course with Saw. And after a few months of them doing a lot of exercises with me and kind of coaching me through my own ideas and whatnot, I was able to learn my own creative process. And this was the very first page that I drafted up. Even now, looking at this, there's a lot of things that I would change, and this took me quite a while to do. But this was it. I was very proud of it when I finished it, and that was only a few months ago. This is now. Not too much of a difference, obviously, but this was the very first page of the Astrolands, and what I felt very confident in saying, yes, this would be the very first page of the first chapter of the Astrolands. I don't know how it's going to change between now and 6 months from now, but I do very much like the mood and the way I've started this initial chapter. And I'm actually going to show you the first 4 chapters that I've worked on in the last recent months, with this being page 2. Um, and I really like this last panel I did. Even this I've changed a little bit too. I've made the fishing line actually go all the way to the bottom of the page. But yeah, they're out here on a fishing boat. So this past one, this previous page, they were getting ready, hiking out to the boat. They hop in the boat, and then I introduce the 2 main characters, Saru and his cousin Ohida, and they're fishing, and something's at the bottom of the ocean waiting for them. This is the 3rd page I finished. Saru's like, don't bring any negative energy here. Don't tell me to hurry up. You're going to scare the fish. And Ohida's kind of just talking about something else, telling him that he doesn't train enough and that, we should maybe train right now while we've got some free time. And just at that moment, a fish is caught on the line. And Saru's like, got one. And this is the 4th page I finished pretty recently, semi-recently. I actually showed this in the previous video where I was talking about lettering and speech bubbles. And we see the voidling creature hopping on the boat here. And Ohida's trying to warn Sorrow very desperately, but clumsy, innocent Sorrow is very focused on getting this fish here. So I've already started sketching out and planning page 5, so I'm in the middle of working on that, but I've taken a little bit of a break as I started my first week in the graphic novel intensive. So hopefully I can show you guys page 5 soon. So what's in the future? I got this picture on the left that I just started, which is pretty much like all my main characters in suits. I just thought it would be major baller energy to draw them all like that. So I'm excited to show that once it's finished. Obviously, I'm going to be posting more here on YouTube, which is something I have committed myself to, really for myself, to once again be able to look back on, see how far I've come. And also something I've considered is starting an Instagram to be able to post these pictures, as I know Instagram's a real big hub for artwork and independent artists. I think I'll be able to market the Astrolands a lot easier that way, get it out to a lot more people, and maybe connect with a few communities. If you guys have any ideas of where I can share my work, collaborate with people, ask questions, be sure to let me know. But this is all for right now. Hopefully I can keep you guys updated weekly as I move through this 6-month course, and hopefully there's a lot of growth that happens between now and November. I'm very excited for it. For the few of you who are tuning in, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hope you guys are having a great day or night, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.